Shopping agreements can make or break a project. For producers, they need these agreements to protect their time and ability to shop the project. I want to share 3 elements all producers need to watch for to make sure they are protected. In my last video, I discussed what a shopping agreement is and the importance of it for producers and writers. In this video, I will share how producers can protect themselves with this agreement. The first element of a shopping agreement you need to keep your eye on is the development activities and materials provision. Usually, this section of a shopping agreement states how and what materials the producer will be expected to pitch to third parties. Producers need to ensure whether they will just be pitching a pitch deck or outline of the property, or if they will need to create a sizzle reel or proof of concept, such as a short film, in order to effectively pitch the property and garner interest from buyers. Producers need to make sure this section is clear to the owner. If the producer needs access to supporting or related materials to the property that only the producer has in their possession, they should have language requiring the owner to give full and reasonable access to such materials upon producer's request. If the producer creates or commissions a sizzle reel and any other development pitch materials, you should add language stating that in the event the owner does not enter into a third-party agreement with a buyer, those development materials are exclusively retained by the producer. This means the development pitch materials cannot be utilized by the owner in any of their future development activities of the property. So essentially, the producer is protecting the time they invested in developing the pitch materials. The second element producers need to be aware of is including an independent contractor and no guarantee clause. The independent contractor section in the shopping agreement puts both parties on notice that they are not entering into a partnership or joint venture, meaning neither party has the power to bind the other, and each party will bear its own costs and expenses during the term. This section protects a producer's flexibility and independence when a third-party agreement comes along. Finally, a no guarantee clause protects the producer in the event no third-party agreement occurs and an owner becomes frustrated with the result. This clause makes it clear to the owner that they should not rely on, nor is there a promise being made that the script will actually be financed or acquired by a production company. The third element producers must be mindful of is the owner's representations and warranties. Producers need to make sure that the owner explicitly states and agrees that they can enter into this agreement, that they have not granted the right to pitch the property to another producer, and that they are the exclusive owner of the property and have not conveyed the motion picture, television, or other audiovisual rights to the project, and that the rights are free and clear from any litigation claims or encumbrances. This clause is non-negotiable, and it is essential the producer has this language in writing to make it easier to sue for a breach of contract. These 3 elements are not only common in shopping agreements, but they are also vital to successfully protecting a producer's interest in a project. We will continue our 3-part series focused on shopping agreements, and in my next episode, I will be diving into my top 3 points to look out for in a shopping agreement if you are a writer.